Hey guys, at shop, working on Saturday. I'm gonna work in the shop. I got some stuff to do, shop stuff to do, I guess you'd say. I'm gonna move some stuff around. I might do a time lapse on that. I'll see. I'll do a time lapse on it if it looks like something that I'll post it up. Or let me know if you want me to post it, I guess. So what we have is a new Fass unit for my truck. This is what I got. Now, my truck does have a Fass unit in it now. Let's just go out and take a little talk about it. Oh. Hold on, I need a little coffee first. I'm gonna do an unboxing of that just to show you guys what are in there. And then I'll show you installing it. Now this will be just replacing what is already, like a Fass unit that's already there. So, and I can talk a little bit about the install, I guess, for you guys that do wanna know, but when I do an install on one, I will show it. I just haven't done one in a long time. So you guys all recognize that truck. You can see actually, see that little spot right there? That's from it sitting here for maybe 5 minutes. I literally just got here. So my problem that I'm having is when it's really cold out, the truck won't run. It's pulling air from somewhere. Now, if you look up, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to, actually I might be able to, let's see. Hopefully you guys can see. Well, you should be able to see where it's wet there. And then you go up in there. And I'm not just 100% sure where it's leaking because I haven't got it down. But I called around to all my suppliers and I can't get a seal kit for it. I have to buy a pump. So I haven't phoned Fass. I phoned Fass yesterday to ask them about a motor for this pump, and oh, it actually just dripped. But about a pump for this motor, or a pump for this housing, because it comes with a seal kit. But they didn't have any in stock in my area, so I ended up just buying a whole new unit, which I'll use another unit for somewhere. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call them on Tuesday. Monday's a holiday for us. I'm gonna call them on Tuesday and find out about, I'd like to send that whole pump to them. Usually you just send the motor to them, but I'd like to send the whole pump to them so that they can see where it's leaking, come and fix it for me, because they are a lifetime warranty as long as you do the registration. So and then basically I'll have a brand new pump at that point. So, which is fine. I know that I'll use it for something else, so it's not a huge deal. So I guess I need something to open this box. I know something else I got to do today is clean up all the stuff that I got up here. But anyways, I'm for the most part the only one that cleans up all the boxes and stuff that comes in, so I get behind on it sometimes, which is my own fault, nobody else's. But let's just grab, I need to clean my toolbox in a really bad way. I started cleaning up some stuff and putting all the tools that I had laying around on top of my toolbox, and well, my toolbox is usually covered in stuff, but I can't lie, it's usually got stuff on it, but not usually that bad. So I need to spend half an hour and get that cleaned up. Oh, I guess I need a tripod. Okay, on to unboxing. All right. So this one is a 140-gallon pump, which is their lower end pump, and then they have the 240, I think. They only have two different ones now. I think it's a 140 and a 240. So open it up. They usually do have these box nice. So this is what we got. This is the top half. We'll just go through this quick here before we open the shiny spot. Hopefully this mounts the same way so I don't have to remount anything, but we'll see. So this is what comes. Get your wiring harness, a cover for your, I'm not going to open it because I don't want to lose the pieces, but so it comes with your relay, your wiring harness, and then there's more pieces here. So this is the hose that runs front and back. I do recommend with this hose for you guys is to cover it with some sort of a protectant, because if it rubs through relatively easy. I did have problems with that on that truck years past, and that's the reason it actually has hydraulic line on it now with a protected coating. This is your feed line, which is 5/8. The other hose is 1/2 inch. This is for your return line on your actual on the engine. And I'll show you where that goes. I'll probably show you where that goes on the truck, and then I'll quickly show you on an engine out back or in the shop. So they do come with a draw straw. If you want to use a draw straw, by all means, you can use the draw straw. I personally prefer doing a sump. Completely up to you. Do whatever you want, right? But then it comes with all the fittings and all that. This is a Ziploc, so I can open this one up. Comes with all the fittings that you need. This is for the return side of it on the engine, and then mounting hardware. They actually have this stuff bagged better than the last time. They do have a piggyback fuse set up. That's actually nice. It comes with that. Never used to. You had to find it yourself. What else we got in here? More mounting hardware. Fitting for the injection pump. The draw straw, and then just the rest of the fittings that go into it. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna have to take one fitting out of the other pump because they mount this different than I do. But anyways, and then I don't know what. Oh, an extra set of seals. Huh. All right, let's jam all this stuff back in there, and we'll pull the pump out. That is too. Oh. And that is something else too for you guys. Make sure you need to register this stuff. Now, if you buy this and you don't pay MAP pricing for it, you will not have a warranty. So be very careful. If somebody's giving you a really good deal on it, cheaper than anybody else, you're probably not going to have a warranty. Just be forewarned. So, the warranty registration card you will need. You go online. I actually haven't done one in a while, but I would imagine that's the same process. You go online. You need your original invoice from the shop that you bought it from, which must be a Fass authorized dealer. I just went brain dead. You have to have your original paperwork. So you have your original invoice. You'll have to scan that and do all the registration paperwork and fill it out and stuff. So let's go on to the next. I want to keep all this because I'm going to put that other pump when it gets fixed back in this box, so that I have basically looks exactly the same as the other ones. It's just this one's black and the one on my truck is gray. Now, something they did do is they changed the filters, and I don't know. Drop the box. I guess there is the mounting hardware. So these are the. I'll show you on the truck, but this goes on the box. One of the box bolts goes up through here. And then there is a piece of rubber, and then this goes through there like that. And that's how it mounts to the side of the pump. On this side. You see that mounts like that. And then there's also those spacers there's aluminum spacers that go there. But we'll put this back in the box here so I don't lose it, because we will need that at some point. Okay. I see something that they did do. Is these are actually, not sure what that's for. Oh, these fittings are a different size. They're not the same size, so you have to use these different filters. And it does say right on them, filter location. So that's kind of cool. Can't screw that up too easy. And oh yeah, they changed the plug on the pump too. That's nice. They put a heavier plug on the pump, actually. That's going to screw me up. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to cut the plug off this wiring harness. Yeah. I'm going to have to cut the plug off that new wiring harness so that I can plug this into my old wiring harness, because I'm not going to pull my wiring harness out. That doesn't make sense. All right, well, this is the pump anyway. So we got a couple little things to do, nothing major. I gotta pull one fitting out of that when we pull the pump off. One pump fitting in here, we gotta replace because there's no fitting in there. So we're gonna need, so usually this fitting goes back a little bit. Usually you would put this fitting right here, but on my truck, I need it going straight in because of the way that I have the hose run. Which is fine, I have a fitting for it, so that's not a big deal. I basically need this. Basically. So, but that's gonna go there. That's where it needs to go. This is your return, this is your feed to engine, and then that's your feed in. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out to the truck. Hopefully I can video this. I'm not just 100% sure how I'm gonna video this just yet because it's kind of underneath the truck. I guess we'll see here right shortly. Okay, I'm gonna grab some tools and then I'll meet you guys at the truck. All right, hopefully you guys will be able to see something. Subject here. Let's see. All right, so I guess I need to do here first. So there is, hopefully you guys will be able to see this. There's a fitting here, a fitting above that. So this that's a return back to tank. This one is plug for the Fass unit for the actual power. We'll unplug that, and then this one that goes to the bottom of the tank. Let's just see how much crap we're gonna get flooded on here. Of course, the fuel tank's right full too. Oh yeah, I figured that was gonna be like that. our feed line, I'm going to leave until I get the pump down, I think. So if you guys can see, there's 3 bolts on the backside here. That's what I'm going to undo now, and then the pump will come down. Should have brought my electric ratchet. Remember, guys, always work smarter, not harder. Brought my ratchet, it's a bit easier. Alright, pump's down. See how hard this fitting is going to be to loosen off. Hopefully it'll just break loose easy. Oh, I figured. That's why I left it up there. Oh. Some of these fittings have been on this truck for a long time, so set it in the bucket. Now we're gonna go back inside, switch this stuff over, leave this stuff out here so that this doesn't blow away. I'm gonna go grab the new pump. I'll be right back. And a fitting. So the only fitting we need to put in is, make sure you guys are in frame, is the one that goes right here. So we'll pull that out of this pump because it's a straight pump. As long as that's the right size. Hold on. Should have known it wasn't the right size. I guess I need to see, I gotta find some Teflon tape because the Teflon tape that I used last time is in my van. My van is at home.
But nonetheless, I'll be right back. I just got to grab some Teflon tape. I got to find some. Hopefully I have some here. Otherwise I'll have to go out and get some. All right. Teflon tape. So here's a trick for you guys. I don't know, I've seen lots of guys do it. A guy showed me this and I've always done it this way. An easy way to put Teflon tape, I see a lot of people fumble with it. If you take it and just put it on the edge of the fitting like that, have the roll facing this way. Super easy to roll on. I usually go 3 times around. You always end up with like a little tiny bit like this. Just fine, my opinion. So, put this fitting back in there. Like I said, this is the feed. I do need, should not use the impact gun to put the fittings in. So I gotta grab a ratchet. That's the wrong size. Oh, I guess I could tighten. Did it again, wrong size. I'm gonna tighten the other side. This side already, fitting has a Teflon on it. I don't know if you know what, I don't trust that. Because it didn't really go in there that far. So this stuff, it has like it's like a liquid Teflon that's dried. But you can see where the fitting just basically started to stop right there. So we are gonna put a couple wraps of T-tape on it. Do it the same way as I did last time. Like that there. Tight. Switch our socket, and we'll tighten this one now. There we go. So those are tight. Now what we need to do is I'm going to grab my electric ratchet, so we can put these back in easier. We're going to reuse the hardware that was there. I'm buying the filters out. We'll hook this up. I'll have to cut a chunk off that new wiring harness, which I did want to have to do, but I don't have an option because this plug is way different. And we'll fire it up. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Don't mind the little drip. That's why I got these mats here to catch most of the drip that's coming. Just a little tiny bit of drip. We are going to get this fitting hooked up first. Might have to snug it up after I get it in there, but that's okay. Because make sure we get it on the right angle so it's not pulling on the hose, but that's okay. Go like that. These filters out of the way. Still got 2 of the filters up there, or 2 of the If you guys are wondering why I'm doing this outside, the reason is that I have a truck inside that we have apart. So I can't get it inside. It's actually pretty nice outside today anyway, so I don't mind it. Got that tight. We're snugged. This one in. Somewhere. This is is what I should have had last time.
One thing nice about these shorter filters, I guess I should show that to you before I put them on, I guess. Alright, that's tight. It's leaking. I'm actually curious how noisy this one is compared to the other one too. Guess we'll see. There we are. Alright, I do need to, I gotta put this filter on. That's the front filter. This is the rear. So, I see that they've done this so that you don't, that rubber goes on the bottom of there, so we gotta put that on. That goes on there. Tight enough. Into the dark abyss.
There's actually two filters that go on them. Here, one. There is two different filters for the other Fass units, which I think these ones are obviously two different ones too, but... Oh, actually, it might not be a different thread. I could be wrong. I thought they were a different thread, but maybe they're not. So, this is the water separator that you used to use, and then this is the new one. Considerably size difference. I honestly don't know that much about these new style filters. It's supposed to be an extreme separator water. I don't know. Anyways, I am definitely going to keep some of these in the truck if they'll thread on there, because I don't have more of these. So let's go back out. We'll get the other two fittings on, and then all I gotta do is do the wiring. Okay.
Like I said too, they have this, hopefully you guys will be able to see that, a little diagram on there, tell you where the filter goes. Really should have something, a little bit of lube on the filter, a little bit of diesel fuel. Probably should put oil on them. Don't do as I do, do as I say. But a drop of diesel fuel seems to work just fine. I don't find that you have to crank super hard anyway. Now, gotta pull that feed line down. Hopefully not get too covered in diesel fuel. bad. Alright, we got that done. And basically all we need to do now is we need to fix this wiring. Because that plug ain't gonna work. So, I'm gonna go chop a chunk off, we'll be right back. Probably I'm gonna, because the wiring on this actually is heavier than on the original one, so I might replace that. Maybe this spring I'll replace it on this truck. I'll redo the wiring that goes to the back, the heavier gauge wire, just because I'd rather heavier wire, so that's okay. But we'll do this for now. Alright, we're gonna use heat gun to shrink this, maybe. There we go. There, now we're getting somewhere. I wasn't thinking when I did the cut on this, apparently I should have staggered these so they weren't in the same spot, but I don't know, what do you do? Call it good for now and I'll fix it later, apparently. Okay. Then this, I'm going to wrap that in tape just in case I didn't get it sealed perfect. Oh, you're allergic? Like so. Some extra tape on that so it doesn't fall out. Because we want to keep it the sheathing. And hey Luke, could you do me a favor?
Yep.
Could you, on the cabinet in there where the zip ties, you know where the zip tie holder is?
Yeah, yeah.
Could you grab me one of the smaller zip, or one of the medium-sized zip ties?
Yep.
Please. And then all we gotta do is find the plug to plug this in. Where is it? There it is. Plugged in, got a zip tie on it. Tie on right there. Cut a little longer now. Oh, thank you. Get zip tie on this. Hopefully.
making noises. Oh, and it's squirting fuel out of it. Yeah, it's making.
They're way quieter than they can be.
Yeah, that's pumping, dude. Like, it's super quiet.
They're way quiet.
You wait till I turn on that magnet fuel of mine.
Oh, I know they're not. All right, guys. So we got her all fixed, apparently, for now, I think. Which is good because we replaced the whole pump, so that shouldn't be the issue. But, oh, I guess you guys can kind of see in there. See right there, that T? That was the T that I was talking about that's in the kit. And the line that's coming out of this return line here, that one comes along. You use a compression fitting to attach that, and then this line is the one that comes from the injection pump, and then the other one goes back down to the tank. But I'll show you on that engine that's inside, just so you guys have a little better visual view, because it's hard to see on this. And then your feed line is just going to come, if you're running a single feed line, it comes in the injection pump right there. If you're running a dual, obviously it'll come through the front and the side. So I'll show you guys inside when we get back inside, get the tools cleaned up. So I just pulled this fitting. That's the fitting I was talking about that was in the package there, that was in the Fass unit packaging. So that's just, I just wound it together. So that's the compression fitting I was talking about. It just has a furrow in it. And this is the engine I wanted to look at here. Just, it's easy for you guys to. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna do away with the fuel filter. You're gonna pull your fuel filter right out of there. And when you do that, this line, what you do is you cut that line. You don't have to do it this way. You can buy a fitting that this will thread into if you want, but this is what comes in the kits. Basically what you do is you cut that line and put the compression fitting onto this return line. And then your return line, which is right here, your original return line, which just depends on how, usually how I do it is I do it like, oh, if you're staying with the factory pump, or if when you're taking the factory pump out, usually what I do is I put the compression fitting in this one. Just depends on what you're doing. But anyways, so you're going to connect this to this end to this. You can put the T whichever way you want. And then your return line will go into one side of this, and then the other side will go back to the tank. So kind of, this is how I usually do it. Myself personally, do it however you want. Is you'll have that like this. You can even do a street elbow on it too if you want, but you'll go in there like that. And then this line, so I set that. I don't have enough hands to hold everything. So that'll be hooked to that. This line will come up into there, and then this line will go back to your tank. So that's all there is to that. And then on the pump side of things, like I said, you just pull this fitting out, pull it out of the way, get your Fass unit hooked there. And then if you're taking the lift pump out, which I do recommend, you're gonna have to pull the lift pump and get a block off plate. So that'll wrap up this video. Probably a little longer than most of my videos just lately. But anyways, that's putting a new Fass unit in my truck, showing you guys a little bit on the Fass unit side of things. And then on the next one that I actually do for a customer, or maybe on my own, on a personal truck, because now I have an extra pump, we'll see what we'll do, and we'll go from there. Remember, it's not rocket science.